Here's a tutorial on how to color skin. We're first gonna start off with your undertone. Basically, this is like the mood, like what the fuck you wanna do. Then you're gonna like use a lasso fill, not at full capacity of your skin tone. And this is why the undertone's important, so you can see like what the fuck's underneath it. Okay, so you're gonna like do that shit. Then you're gonna take your highlight color, keep it at that like whatever opacity I like to keep it low. Then do your shadows. Basically, right now all you're doing is like filling in what you want to do. Like you're not coloring, but you're doing like the basic sketches of color, like your base colors for you to then like I don't know, like do shit over like all the textures and shit. But you gotta get your bases first. So this is what I'm doing right now. Usually you want to use complementary colors for shadows and lighting. Not all the time. You don't have to all the time, but I like doing it. It looks nice. That's why I'm using pink and green. Here's how I switched to blue because it looks better. So and it just was more unanimous. And it looked weird with green. She looked kind of sick. So yeah. Basically you're gonna fill all that shit in. I don't know why I'm taking so goddamn long. Um, with your basic colors on your lasso fill, you can also turn down, turn up your lasso fill. Duh. So I'm switching to blue here. Basically you're gonna want to like pick a cool shadow and a warm highlight, or vice versa, a cool highlight and a warm shadow, because that contrast is interesting. And who doesn't love fucking around with contrast, so that's why my shadows have green and blue in them, where my lights have pink and yellow in them. And now I'm just digging around some more. This took like a long fucking time. Okay, are we getting to the texture part yet? Okay, so now I'm deepening my shadows to have some variety to the values. The values is basically how light or dark a color is, not the color itself. That's hue. And saturation is how bright it is. But we're playing around with value right now, and by having like contrasting values with one another, again, that's just interesting. For highlights, you typically want to go with higher opacity with your lasso fill. Just letting you know. We're only halfway fucking through, dude. Okay, whatever. I'm searching around my layers right now. I usually use a multiply layer if I want to add any extra shadows. However, linear burn is a lot brighter. Or I shouldn't say bright, I should say more saturated. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. Don't do that. Don't don't do that. What the fuck am I doing? So basically, I forgot to mention this. I don't know if I added it in yet. However, there is reflective light. So basically, you're going to take your undertone color, or if you have a background, use your background. Whatever is closest to the. Oh, shit. Okay. I'll do that later. Okay, so basically, what I'm doing right now is the. Wait, no, I'm not doing that. Never mind. We can go back. Basically, the reflective light is the light that bounces off from the environment onto the shadow. So on your darkest shadows, you should add a reflective light, like basically the background color. So for me, it'd be pink, or maybe even the, well, it's not colored in yet, but the white of her shirt, or the um blue of her overalls, or soon to be overalls. Then I'm just digging around here. Textures basically where you textures actually like these kinds of brushes, like those are for like the in betweens. Why am I using green again? Give it up on the green, dude. But no, don't do that. You're erasing all the texture. What the fuck are you doing? That's why I erased all that. Something's on my phone, bro. Anyway, so the texture is basically where the colors just look dull or boring, and you want to give it some spice. That's what I usually do. This highlight brush is actually really good, even though it looks like a cum brush. I think it is a cum brush actually, but whatever. And then digging around some more. And I never do top lip. Why did I do that? Okay. Basically, okay, so we're not there yet. But once we are, it's going to be really important. So, what on God's green earth are you doing, bro? Put down the fucking pencil. And you can see with all this texture, the coloring looks inherently interesting. Because, like, there's shit ton of shit going on. So, of course, it's going to look fucking interesting. I'll link the brushes, by the way, at the end. But I'm not explaining anything, dude. I'm just dicking around. Okay, so basically you're gonna go in and refine all your shadows, erase the shit that you went outside on the lines for. Okay, this is the important part. Alright, so we're doing subsurface scattering here. Basically taking like a warm color like red or pink, for example, here. And we're gonna go over the lines of the shadows where the shadows meet light, and we're gonna put like red there. Oh shit, they've already on it. Whatever. This is because subsurface scattering is basically the blood in your skin. Your skin's very, on the inside it's very red. So I'm cutting myself off there because I wasn't explaining shit. I was just yapping. I added photos in the background, which are probably the most helpful part of this tutorial, because this tutorial is kind of ass. Okay. I mean, I explain it in the images, so just look above, but I probably will be doing a dark skin tutorial or darker skin tutorial, or like mid-tones and shit, because it is a little bit different, not too much, but there is some differences, but I'll do that later. I'll also do, I don't know, I'll do an anatomy tutorial, maybe, I don't know. So you can make rendering tutorial if you like it. Yeah, like all the informative images. I'm also showing like, well, I don't have to record anymore.